Hi, I'm Mary Kopczynski, the CEO of Regulator. Welcome to this week's Regulatory Roundup, where I'm going to focus on the year in review for cyber-related regulation. We kicked off January with the Commerce Department and other agencies grappling with an executive order from the White House examining our supply chain safety relative to cybersecurity. The month ended with the SEC Office of Compliance Inspections and Examinations describing some of the cybersecurity and operational resiliency practices they've seen in their exams, hinting that financial firms need to be up to snuff with their peers. There wasn't a lot of cyber news in February, but March was when everything really started changing. Almost every state and federal agency revised in-person rules. So, for example, mortgage closings could still occur online and digitally. And this is also when FINRA piped up about the safety of remote working and how to protect from cyber attacks. In April, the FDIC jumped aboard with cyber standards in their formal role as a member of the FFIEC. They outline the expectation they have for financial institutions when contracting cloud computing providers and gave examples of appropriate third-party risk management practices. In May and June, there was a lot of school-related planning, and the new buzzword of the day was digital divide. As states were getting COVID funds, they were allocating it to broadband products and push to ensure access to the internet was provided equitably across the students. In July, of course, we had the Twitter hack. FinCEN issued a warning. The governor of New York had the New York AG launch a full-fledged investigation into it, and the FTC sent a report to Congress on the use of social media bots in online advertising. And then we got our first big fine, which was the New York Department of Financial Services. They charged the first American title insurance company with cybersecurity violations, which was the first enforcement of its kind. First American is one of the largest title insurance companies in the world, and according to New York Department of Financial Services, they were not properly protecting consumers' sensitive personal information, including bank account numbers, mortgage and tax records, social security numbers, wire transaction receipts, and driver's license images. In August, we saw further movement in the age-old debate between states and the OCC, this time because of the OCC's proposed FinTech charter. FinCEN put out an advisory on cybercrime and cyber-enabled crime that walked through some of the ways bad actors were and still are exploiting the coronavirus disease. September is when the alarms really started escalating. There was some commentary from FinCEN on ransomware and how it is becoming rampant with the pandemic. And the FBI reported that the number of complaints about cyber attacks had reached 4,000 per day, which is a 400% increase compared to before the pandemic. The International Police Agency, Interpol, also reported an alarming state of cyber attacks globally. In October, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, came out with a zero trust cybersecurity architecture project, and they are requesting people to get involved to help design a better solution. Then we get to November when Vermont ordered the National Guard to come and help it deal with its cybersecurity operations because it had been hacked so badly. And of course, here we are in December with the full-blown news of a massive Russian cyber attack caught by Microsoft that has infiltrated the US and compromised sensitive government data. So that's where we are right now with cybersecurity regulations in the United States. The president-elect has certainly spoken a lot about cybersecurity, and I expect to see a lot more of those regs coming in 2021. But more importantly, I made it 52 weeks straight of giving you regulatory updates. I wish you all a very happy holiday, and I am going to share with you my last holiday hat. I think this one's my favorite. So you can tell me which one you like the best, but our regularly scheduled programming will begin next week. Happy New Year!